So much on my mind. I don't even know where to start, but I'm starting here. This is my channel, my thoughts, my perspective, my intuition, a little bit of everything. Some of you know me, some of you have seen me, some of you don't know me, and this is your first time seeing me. But, I am one who enjoys journaling and going into deep thought about things. Not only going into deep thought, but planning and executing as well. So, I have so many topics, different angles I want to come come from. You know what I mean? I just want to put this out as a introductory video. So just grabbing from the ether, grabbing from the cosmos, grabbing from just thoughts. I wanted to touch on content creation. I have a content creation business. I wanted to touch on, just relationships, whether it's friendships or um, just situations, just various situations. Um, I wanted to touch on personal development. Um, just thinking about some of the things I've written recently. Just touch on day-to-day events, my perspective, what they mean to me, how it can help another person, anyone. I think I have a interesting enough life that, what I experience can be unfolded and unpacked and shared, with people on their own individual walks of life. So this is me getting that started because more than anything, right now, I just want to be consistent at doing something I enjoy, doing something that I see a future in, doing something that I, be consistent doing something that I can excel in. So, I have the setup, the lighting, all of the equipment to make it look phenomenal. I have the know-how and all of that. Where there's a will, there's a way, all of that. I have all of it. But here I am in my garage, lights out, ring light, and I'm just talking to you because this is how it's going to start. Because I put it off every night for the longest. And I even have started several times, and it's been, pretty good starts and whatnot. But it just has been for the moment. I may put something together and it's like, okay, yeah, this is how I'm going to rock with it. And it turns out to be something that I'm not even 100% into. And I don't know, I've probably been recording for 2 minutes now, and I feel that this is comfortable. I feel like it's one-on-one, one on infinity. You know what I mean? But it feels good. So we're gonna just go like this because I just want to stay consistent, and putting out the content is, my main focus right now. Another thing I wanted to touch on was parenthood, fatherhood, girl daddom. That's something that I'm very proud of. Being a father and being a responsible father is is very hard work. Um, I don't care what anybody says; it is hard work. Um, and I will elaborate on that down the line. You know what I mean? Because I feel that I have a past. That I reached a crossroads, and I decided to make a choice and be all that I can be as a father. And I'm still, seeing opportunities for me to improve and be better. So, but yeah, talking about um, girl dad stuff, that can be fun because it's interesting. I grew up with, you know, my siblings. It was all boys in the house, no sisters, and to have just girls when I become a parent, a father is a drastic change of what I was used to, and it changed my expectations of being a dad. You know what I mean? Because I always thought I would have a little one like me, and I still may, but just right now, it's just it is what it is. So that is something that I want to share. I thought I heard my daughter or something, but that's something I want to share and go, into a little, well, a vein of the content because I have so many different ideas. Like I said, from relationships to situations to business to health, lifestyle, um, media, entertainment, just everything, so I don't want to just be um, targeting one niche per se. I just want to be extremely versatile and extremely flexible on what I'm speaking on, so I'm looking forward to it. I recently wrote a piece in my journal titled "Why I Quit Being a Social," why I quit being a content creator, and you know, I'm not going to get into that fully right now, but I do have a content creation business. As of now, we're 4 year, four. We're 4 years in. It's just me, but I like to say it as we because I do so many things from the editing to the video to the the color grading, the special effects, the directing, the treatments. Do a lot, so I like to say we when I refer to it. But yeah, so we're in like year 4. Started in the pandemic. Didn't know where it would go, and it's well. Let's just get back to the journal entry. I was talking about how 4 years ago I started this. It was something that I transitioned my editing skills from music into, and it started to work quickly. Once I got it going, I became um, in demand, I guess you could say. Um, Word of mouth, wasn't anyone doing it when I started. Well, there was a couple people, but that I know of. I mean, I'm sure there were a lot of people doing it, but just in the circles that I'm in, or involved with, it wasn't a lot of people doing it. So I was just getting a lot of recommendations, word of mouth, and what I was doing was just something different. It wasn't just a person with a phone. Just no disrespect to people using their phones, but so as time went on, I got a lot of requests, got a lot of opportunities. I met a lot of people, got a lot of exposure, and a couple years in, um, I realized where my strong points were, also my weaknesses. So I focused more on my strong points, and then I, you know, began to elevate. And then, around year 3, I started realizing it was like the respect level wasn't there, and it could be the self-respect wasn't there either. So, they say you teach people how to treat you. So, um, there's just a lot of distracting customers that came in and just wanted to just throw a monkey wrench in things. I don't know if it was intentional or if they just felt that customers are always right. I don't know. It just got to the point to where it was like, this isn't even fun anymore. It was just, it wasn't. So I decided to take a break. And even in taking a break, it was still, being haggled and whatnot by people about stuff, wanting to do work, wanting to get footage, wanting to, just a whole bunch of stuff. So I wrote the piece as something that I thought would go over my journey, because I'm not quitting content creation. I'm still doing the content creation. So, but I thought the piece would be interesting to share the 4 years. And at the end of the day, at the end of the piece, it's like, well, it starts out as like why I quit content creation. And then at the end, it's like, because I'm now a brand strategist. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I thought that would be pretty cool. But I'm going to get into that. And like I said, I'm not quitting content creation. I'm doing content right now. New brand strategy. This is going to go on my new social media. I may clip some of it up and put it into my content creation brand. It's some teasers and stuff like that, but I just want to do something different. Keep the content going. But really, I just want to do some different stuff. And that's where I'm at another crossroads, because I really just want to get off on the exit, you know what I mean, and just do some different stuff. Yeah, so I have a job that's like corporate, and it's very demanding, 8 hours out the day. I'm just in a reactive state of mind. So it's very draining, very, zaps my focus. And I was working remotely up until a couple weeks ago. I chose to go back to the office because the opportunity became available, and I'm, just really over being at home all day. You know what I mean? I like having structure, and I like, when I close my laptop, like these past 2 weeks, it's just been so much more. It's an adjustment, but it's just been so much more of a relief to close the laptop when I'm done, throw my stuff in the briefcase, and then go home. You know what I mean? Versus the last 3 years, 4 years, it's been like, I wake up, still got my pajamas on, open up the laptop, I'm 6 o'clock in the evening, kids home from school and I'm still like in front of my laptop, dinner's being cooked, and I'm still putting, the finishing touches on the day's work, and it's just like now I can reach a stopping point, 4 o'clock, and it's like I'm going home. You know what I mean? And it's like I enjoy that better, but it is very draining because I'm getting more work done. But it's just the change of pace, the setting, and all of that stuff. So I'm enjoying it. Um, I've been working on some fitness goals. I started the 75 hard challenge at the beginning of the year. Did it pretty well for the first month and some change. It was tough to get past like 7, 8 days, but it's very challenging. If you don't know about the 75 hard challenge, go look it up. The hardest part on it for me is probably getting all of the water down, a gallon worth of water, and even reading the 10 pages. 10 pages doesn't seem like a lot, but if you're not starting your reading until the nighttime, it's tough to read 10 pages and actually comprehend what you're reading to where it's like, to where it makes sense. Your eyes just aren't moving, looking at the words and stuff. So, working out indoors and outdoors is fun. I can definitely knock that out. It's been a challenge these last couple weeks since I've been going to the physical location to work, because when I was working from home, I could just be like, okay, I'm going to go take a 45-minute walk, you know what I mean, and just leave everything. And I can still do that at the location, but it's just I'm spending money now on gas and food and stuff like that, so it's just a big adjustment. So this is just an excuse, though. And excuses only matter to the people that make them. So I know you don't care. I know you probably like, shut up, get it done, stop making excuses, and you're right. But yeah, work is okay. It's got to get the bills paid, and I enjoy the structure and the certainty, but it definitely brings stress, and that's what I'm ready to move past. I mean, stress comes all the time in all different forms. And I was talking to one of my coworkers who recently became a coworker over the last year or so, and I see him on LinkedIn, and he puts out little motivation videos and whatnot. So he's a pretty cool guy, and we were talking because we have a mutual client that it was his client. He's transitioning the client to me. So, we hopped on a meeting call and, just discussed the client and what's going on with the client. And it's funny because he has a media business. I have a media business. He does personal development, motivation videos. I do personal development and motivational videos. But one thing that stuck out to me in this conversation, because it was like, I don't know, maybe a hour conversation and like 15 minutes of it was about the client, and the first 45 minutes was like about life, being two black men in corporate America and in the business that we're in, and just dealing with the changes that come with being corporate, and just how you just adapt and just keep it moving. I mean, one thing that that he mentioned that I really resonated well with was, no one is making you do this. No one is making you do this. And it's like, that hit home because I take a step back and it's like looking at my situation in my life and it's like, yeah, no one is making me do this. It's like, but um, just thinking it over, it's like the only thing that we are made to do is really pay taxes. You know what I mean? And like everything else we choose to do. I mean, you could choose not to pay taxes and, whatever, what'll happen. I mean, but if you choose not to do anything else, you still know what will happen. But we choose to do them for the reasons that we do choose to do them. Yet it was like, just to add on, for more context, we were talking about just the stress that the job brings and just everything that comes with what we're asked to do and whatnot. And it's like, he was just like, you got to take a step back and realize, like, no one made you do this. You signed up for it. You chose to do it. And that's the way I look at a lot of things, especially after the conversation, because just dealing with the everyday stresses of being faced with the responsibilities I have, you know what I mean? It's like, no one is making me do it. I'm doing it because I want to be a responsible person and I'm a man of my word and I, have my own reasons for why I do things. So it was just a very good, a very good conversation. And I plan to have this good brother on an interview one day when I get consistent and get my ball rolling, get my things going. I definitely would like to circle back and chop it up with them, but it's coming. And I think, well, I know once I get this ball rolling and going in the direction it needs to go, everything's got to just blossom. You know what I mean? And this is the start of that. So I think that might be a good point for me to end it. I've rambled, but it's been off the top, and I think that this is a good place to stop so I can go review this, chop it up, and post it. So if there's anything you want to discuss or want me to cover, or just want to share some comments and feedback, do that. I'm going to make it to where the comments are on. I normally leave the comments off, but moving forward, this is going to be, it's open for feedback. I will interact in all of that. So I will see you very soon. Thank you. Peace out.